back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
First down, ball at the 36. Blown back, gets the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Jackson. Pass complete to Walker. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
That crunches off the right upright, no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Go.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
From the 43. Kittle brings it in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just they hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Tag! Cougar 19! 70 Lion! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Let's go!
Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Ali will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison! Hook!
3rd time's the charm, he gets it again. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. 3 yards on that carry. That leaves him facing 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run it up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion.
Go ahead.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, middle.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lamar out of the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Receiver in motion, going left. Jackson now on third. He's going deep this time. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So no return on that punt. And the 49ers will take over deep on their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Take go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here we go, set.
From the 22 on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. He puts some power on a deep one left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those... block you get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for naught? No, it was not, and they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
On 1st down, they'll run, and he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Go.
2nd and 8. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you're really break the backs of a defense.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. First down, and they go right back to it. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Back to the well again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pull that in front further, 13-zip. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Caught quick right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Cut for big yards on the right side. He does it, touchdown Baltimore! The Ravens make it a 1-score game in the first half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Cowboy 80. Come on, set.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Escapes a defender. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist and head the other way for a big run.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set.
He keeps it himself. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Go.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they bring him down around the 34. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
Kate, instead of my usual why, I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop them short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't, and you don't. And that's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Handoff now to the receiver. Moving on into the red zone. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, first and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. They'll run here on first down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
It's a passing play. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. Jake Moody out for the 49ers field goal try. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Moody knocks it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a